has much less to do with the present moment and much more to do with the unconscious memories being projected beyond awareness that are navigating your existence in relation with attachment needs. Where every moment is a brand new opportunity to learn about the miracles of your existence and love yourself deeper, to expand into the greatest expression of these miracles of your existence. We can always tell how attachment systems at the foundation of all body-mind structures are doing based on the instinctive style of navigation and regulation that is naturally occurring in the body-mind. Imagine that all of the roads across all of planet Earth, okay, so that's like a lot, right? Imagine like you're driving on a road and you just look out and it just goes on forever and ever and ever. And then you drive a really long ways and it's still just going on forever and ever and ever. And then it branches off and those branches go on forever and ever and ever. And that's happening across all the states and all the countries, on all the continents, on all of planet Earth. Okay, so it's like a lot of roads, right? Imagine that all of the roads on all of planet Earth multiplied by 10 million. Really big number. Imagine that all of the roads on all of planet Earth multiplied by 10 million are actually flowing inside of your own body-mind. And among the information housed in here is energetic data carrying unconscious memories from your entire life. And beyond awareness, every type of internal and external stimulus in every nanosecond is activating associated information. And the navigational patterns and regulatory protocols flowing through the body-mind in direct correlation with the intention to make sure that the attachment needs of the self flowing through the body-mind are fulfilled. In every moment, we experience our own selves and all of the translations of our reality through the body-mind. And so let's first look at styles of navigation, navigational patterns, okay? I work also with regulatory protocols, but the navigational patterns of the body-mind are my specialty, my special specialty, my especially special specialty. Navigational patterns include styles of thoughts, perceptions, perspectives, conclusions, judgments, stories, narration, instinctive dialogue inside the mind, which is coming from the body-mind. Just depending on how well that data is flowing will determine how effectively navigation is occurring. Navigational patterns include, and navigation of the body-mind includes emotions, sensations, feelings, responses, reactions, choice tendencies, approach avoidance tendencies, learned motor skills are types of navigation from the body-mind. The instinctive ability to feel sensations of familiarity is a type of navigational pattern from the body-mind. The ability to recognize and resonate with components of reality, including our own face, voice, and body, the face, voices, and bodies of other people, to be able to recognize them and have a sense of connection or know who they are in relation to you. The ability to recognize different things and what they mean. If you pick up a toothbrush, your ability to know this is a toothbrush, this is how I use a toothbrush, and this is why I use a toothbrush. The ability to recognize and resonate with all components of reality. Different styles of expression, the way that we speak and sing and make sounds, vocal vibrations and vernacular, the natural fluidity of vocabulary. These are all styles of navigational patterns. Maybe you have a certain phrase that you say sometimes, and that's just like your phrase. It's like your thing. It's just something that you often say and interject throughout your life. Or maybe you have a nickname and you respond to a certain nickname that isn't actually your name, but you associate with it in a certain way. And so the way that we naturally associate with and recognize and resonate with all these different components of reality stem from navigational patterns in the body-mind. So we can always tell the well-being of attachment systems at body-mind foundations by the natural style of navigation and regulation that the body-mind is providing. Because the body-mind's job is to navigate and regulate existence with the intention to maintain and sustain fulfillment of specific internal attachment needs. And through my own original models that I've developed over the years, through my Implicit Revelations case study, I explore 4 regions of internal attachments that each have their own specific internal needs. And then from that, there's trillions of pathways in the body-mind that are then navigating and regulating self and life in correlation with those attachment needs. So come back to imagining that all of the roads on all of planet Earth multiplied by 10 million actually live inside of your body-mind, right here, right now. And every moment of your life since birth has affected how that data is stored and organized and flowing and affecting you right here, right now. Rather than just looking at surface clues and trying to guess what experiences are causing those thoughts or those feelings, we can go deeper and look at the specific data in the patterns of navigation and the protocols of regulation in specific regions of body-mind data in direct correlation with the attachment needs that they are trying to fulfill or survive the lack of fulfillment. And then we can know what the surface clues mean, even without needing to directly discover when these thought forms or feelings or responses started and why. Okay. And so if you have like a chronic pattern of thought or feeling or action pattern, maybe it's an unhealthy habit, or maybe it's an instinctive style of regulation. Okay. Anxiety, depression, psychosis, obsessive compulsions, eating disorders. Like there's dozens and hundreds and thousands of potential manifestations, but they're all unique styles of navigation and regulation coming from the body-mind in direct correlation with the well-being of attachment needs. Okay. And so instead of looking at what's happening on the surface, what you can directly and immediately observe, and trying to figure out when this started, why it started, and how you can change the thoughts and the feelings and the action patterns, or change how that experience originally happened and is now affecting you, we can actually go much deeper and dive into something more effectively and look at the presently existing patterns of navigation and protocols of regulation in the body-mind that are existing in relation with trying to keep attachment systems doing super well. Or if they're not doing super well, trying to survive the fact that they're not doing super well. And when we do that, we're then responding to the cause of the thoughts and the feelings. We're then responding to the results of all of the experiences from your whole life, even without directly looking at them. And then we have more power to transform it. And we can actually rewrite the past because we're rewriting the presently existing data. We can shapeshift the automated styles of navigation and regulation that are causing these clues that you're noticing. You're like, that's a thought that I'm not really enjoying experiencing. Oh, that's a feeling that really doesn't feel good. Or, oh, that's a habit that really is not supporting my well-being, but I don't know how to change it. I don't know how to break it. I don't know how to be stronger than these things. I don't know how to rewire or resculpt the automated way I'm encountering myself in my own life. So instead of looking at what's happening in the obvious observable realms of experience, which is only a minuscule fraction of what's actually happening, and instead of trying to trace back specific experiences that might have originally caused these types of thoughts and feelings to start happening and becoming this chronic part of your reality, we can go deeper and look into presently existing data in the patterns of navigation and protocols of regulation in the body-mind in correlation with fulfilling attachment needs. Okay? I know I said that a few times, but I can't reiterate it enough. That shift of focus is a game changer. And the modalities and concepts and techniques and practices and everything that I've created through my Implicit Revelations case study that I now share through services and content creation, self-guided journeys, are life-changing. Because you can look at any type of pattern of navigation, the thoughts, the feelings, the action patterns, the approach avoidance tendencies, the instinctive responses, the bodily responses, the somatic sensations, the emotional reactions, the verbal reactions, the physical reactions, the thoughts, the narration, the dialogue, the obsessions, the compulsions, the anxious thoughts, the depressed thoughts, the feelings, the anything, the reactions, the anything. And you can immediately say, okay, I know exactly what region of the body-mind this is coming from. I know exactly what pattern of navigation this is coming from. I know exactly what attachment needs this navigation is trying to fulfill or survive the lack of fulfillment. And once you know that, you have all the power you need to rewire it and change the underlying causality so that the future you never experiences those anymore, ever again, for the rest of your life. And so our instinctive styles of encountering self in life through the navigation and regulation of the body-mind are constantly revealing the well-being of attachment systems, but you need to know what clues to look for, how to look for them, and how to interpret what those clues mean. And then what to do with that information once you've deciphered what's actually happening in your body-mind. And that's exactly why I've created everything that I've created, is to provide you with the tools and the magical journeys to do exactly that. Okay. Who wants to play Super Sleuth? Who wants to play detective? Who wants to play spy? Okay, sometimes these are games that we like to play with as kids. You're a child and your imagination goes wild and you're like, I'm going to play detective, or I'm going to play spy, or I'm going to be the next Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys, or I'm going to be the next Boxcar Children. I'm going to be the next, whatever the detective was that you loved reading about as a kid. Okay, we like to play detective. We like to follow the clues. We like to follow the adventure. We like to go on treasure hunts. We like to play Super Sleuth. We like to play spy and detective. But now you can play spy and detective and Super Sleuth in your own body-mind. And you can go on a treasure hunt or a scavenger hunt or an internal adventure. And whether it's playful and lighthearted, or whether you're like, I'm getting down to business and I'm going undercover and I'm going to wear a trench coat and nobody's going to recognize who I am because I'm super mysterious. You can play Super Sleuth and use the clues of what you're noticing through the projections of your internal reality that are translating external reality and creating an internal reality as well. And you can notice dozens and dozens and hundreds of different clues and start to translate and figure out what they actually mean and why it matters. Okay? Sensations of irritability, frustration, impatience, those are all projections from body-mind navigation that have less to do with the present moment and more to do with unconscious memories from your whole life flowing through those pathways that are as vast and complex as all the roads across all of planet Earth multiplied by 10 million that are trying to navigate your attachment needs beyond awareness. Think about that. Like a moment, a single instance, a nanosecond, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Like it doesn't have to be like this big, huge thing. These tiny things and these tiny moments are actually unconscious memories from your whole life trying to navigate attachment needs flowing through trillions of pathways inside of you. And those moments of impatience and frustration or sadness or sorrow or loneliness or feeling disconnected or feeling the need to find connection, all these different types of navigation we might encounter, these different thoughts, these feelings, these sensations, they're unconscious memories from our whole life, trying to navigate attachment needs beyond awareness. And so when we can become aware of these dozens and dozens and hundreds of different clues, and why it's important to notice them, and how to translate and interpret them once you do notice them, and then how to respond to yourself that flows through life in the body-mind, to apply the knowledge of what you've learned by observing and translating the information from these clues, can change your life. And whether you're trying to shapeshift a disruption of navigation and regulation, resolve an implicit health challenge, for example, or whether you're simply trying to expand into a greater embodiment of your authentic self and improve navigation and regulation moving forward, expand well-being from the inside out. These tools to notice these clues, interpret them, understand why they're important, and then respond to the self of you who is within the clues of the body-mind, has the power to completely, radically, profoundly, and eternally change your life from the inside out. And this journey gets to be fun and magical and exciting, like a mysterious adventure of playing Super Sleuth, spy or detective. And then you get to be a champion of your own consciousness. You get to be a warrior of your own body-mind. You get to be that person who's playing capture the flag and runs and steals the other person's flag and makes it back to your home team like, I did it. We've been playing this game and I did it and I'm here and I won and it feels good. You get to do that, but in the own healing journey of your body-mind in everyday life, where every moment is a brand new opportunity to learn about the miracles of your existence and love yourself deeper, to expand into the greatest expression of these miracles of your existence. Because once there's no more disruptions of navigation and regulation, then there's the potential to resculpt navigation and regulation in any way that you choose. And then the way that you experience projections from trillions of networks does not have to be about a lifetime of experiences that have wired it. Instead, it's about who you're choosing to be as you consciously rewire those trillions of networks. And so in every moment, the instinctive styles of navigation and regulation in our body-mind are constantly relaying information about the well-being of attachment systems. And exploring it through the diagrams I've created, there are 4 regions of attachment systems that each have their own specific needs that are each affecting trillions of body-mind pathways, carrying different regions of unconscious memories from your whole life. And so, as one of the infinite examples, those moments of frustration or impatience or irritability has much less to do with the present moment and much more to do with the unconscious memories being projected beyond awareness that are navigating your existence in relation with attachment needs. And so I invite you to simply expand awareness and start to notice clues in your everyday reality. How is your body-mind navigating and regulating your existence? When you wake up, when you eat, when you exercise, when you speak with someone, when you creatively express yourself, when you're cleaning, when you're in transportation, driving or walking or biking to or from somewhere, when you're waiting, when you're elated and in these high vibrational energetic states, and when you're calm and relaxed and there's really nothing going on. How is your body-mind navigating and regulating your existence? And just start to expand awareness and notice. That's the first step, is just to notice. And to not react or even respond to what you're noticing, but just to have gap between stimulus and response, to expand awareness and be in a space where you are capable of observing what is happening. And then you can start to get more specific about the clues that you're noticing. And then you can dive deeper, and through any of my different creations and services, learn how to start translating those clues. Learn to explore the 99.08% of inner realities existing and operating beyond conscious knowledge, direct perception, and immediate awareness. Learn to translate those clues in relation with how trillions of energetic pathways, as vast and complex as all the roads across all of planet Earth multiplied by 10 million, are flowing inside of your body, carrying unconscious memories, emotions and action patterns, survival responses, skill sets of navigation and regulation, basically, from your whole entire life. And learn about how those trillions of complex networks, including unconscious memories, are affecting you right here, right now, in every moment of every day for your entire life, and will continue to affect you for the rest of your life in relation with the well-being of attachment needs throughout 4 specific systems. And then once you learn how to translate, observe, recognize the clues, and then translate and understand the deeper meaning of the clues, then to respond to the patterns of navigation and the protocols of regulation in the body-mind, to respond directly to the attachment needs of these internal systems, to directly respond to the parts of yourself who are flowing through that information within and beyond awareness, instead of responding to the surface clues. And from there, you have the power and the opportunity to resculpt these internal structures in any way that you choose, while connecting deeper with these parts of yourself. If these concepts and journeys interest you, I invite you to explore all of my offerings. I have over a dozen one-time Sacred Soul Session offerings, several different multi-month journeys with me where we connect weekly and have a specific intention and go through specific processes and practices to effectively fulfill your intention while exploring and applying these concepts and ideas. I also have 17 different Loving Liberation launch pads, various programs, playbooks, and practices to actually apply this information, self-guided journeys to understand and explore this and have fun while exploring ways to actually apply and integrate these concepts to improve your everyday life. So I invite you to explore all of this, in particular, the Restoring Consciousness Toolkit, Loving Liberation Launchpad, Restoring Consciousness Toolkit, and the SelfLOVE Liberation. Those are 2 mini courses that help you to recognize thought forms or styles of internal navigation and trace them back to where they're actually coming from and why, and then have a way to respond that helps resculpt that neural data, fulfill those attachment needs, and create loving liberation for those parts of consciousness. All my other offerings also address these, but from different angles, with different intentions, and at different layers and depths of, intensity. Like, a few clues and a couple practices versus like rewire your whole body mind. So there's lots of different offers and opportunities. If you are in a journey of transforming an implicit health challenge and you're ready to permanently resolve this, even if it's something that you've experienced your whole life or for weeks, months, years, or decades, the Healing Journey MAGiiiCK 6-month personalized program offers something really incredible. So definitely check that one out. And then there's also one-time Sacred Soul Sessions, and treasure mapping is another one that really powerfully dives into these concepts and utilizes my original liberated consciousness diagram to create personalized treasure maps of your body, mind, miracles, and soul self aspects to start from the awareness of these different clues of internal navigation and regulation, and then go all the way to the depths of understanding dozens of different components of your body, mind, and how it's affecting parts of yourself within and beyond awareness. I have lots of details on every single one of my offerings so that you know exactly the value that you're investing in. So I invite you to explore all of those and then connect with me to receive any of the offerings. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Dare to explore the navigation and regulation of your body, mind, and keep in mind that these instinctive projections of reality that are happening through your internal structures, responding to internal and external stimulus alike, are constantly relaying messages about the well-being of attachment needs or internal needs throughout attachment systems. And expanding awareness of these hidden inner realities can amplify personal power and give you the opportunity to positively and joyously shapeshift experience from the inside out. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being you. Have a beautiful and blessed day.